Hi everyone, my name is Steward and I am the athletic administrator here at this high school. I'd like to thank you all for taking time out of your busy schedules to meet with us today. We are going to go over risk of participating in athletics and other activities. Now, if you guys could come up and grab a packet that I have made up for all you guys to look over. While you're grabbing that, we are not going to go over every single detail in those packets. I'm only going to hit the main points I think you guys should really be aware of. And then if you have any questions, please hold it until the end so we can get through this as quickly as possible. Overview of participation. Now, there is some good in playing sports in high school. Some of the advantages are the overall student athlete's GPA increases or is very high. They obtain better social skills for when they get out of high school and into college and into the working world. It keeps them healthy, in shape, physically and mentally. It keeps them on edge and sharp. Now, with that being said, there are a lot of risks that can occur playing sports, and I will talk about probably one of the main things that you need to be a little concerned about and be aware of as your student athlete is participating in sports. The main things are injuries, and these are the biggest risks that are dealt with in everyday sports. There are 3 categories or 3 different types. One of them is a minor injury, which is like a bruise or a scratch or a cut, a sprained ankle, and then if anything gets worse than that, like a moderate one would be like a broken arm or fracture, hairline fracture, a dislocated finger, dislocated shoulder, and sometimes those you would have to miss a couple of days or a game or practices. It all just depends on what kind of moderate injury that occurs. Now with a minor injury, you can go get it patched up and basically go right away. Unless you sprain an ankle, it could be a pretty mild injury that could make you sit out maybe a week or a couple of days, just depends. A severe injury is a blow to the head, like a concussion, that can cause it. Yeah, I mean, you don't want a concussion because that's just swelling of the brain, which isn't good. Severe injuries could also be paralysis. You could get hit in the right spot in the spine and be paralyzed from the waist down, or just some type of paralysis could occur. Now, how we can help reduce those risks is by using proper technique. And we as coaches and athletic administrators will help show proper technique. We will show videos. We will have meetings before we even have them do any weightlifting or practices. Okay? Now, with that being said, all the coaches are first aid and CPR certified. We do not allow anybody coach if they are not CPR certified or first aid certified. And we will have athletic trainers at every home game, and we will have a trainer come twice a week to the school to check on any student athletes that have injuries or just need to be looked at for some medical reason. Okay? And if they can diagnose something but can't go any further with it, they will recommend you to go to a doctor. Being at all practices. If your child is at all practices, then that will help reduce risk because they will know what to do. They know the proper way, And the more practice of doing the right way helps reduce risk a lot. And then being aware at all times. So if you're just standing on the sideline of the basketball court or the football field or whatever, you need to be alert, because if you're just standing there not paying attention, somebody could run into you. Something like that could happen and can cause some serious injury. And then communication. I think communication is a huge key in sports. Not just during the game, but during practices, off the court or field, whatever. Because if you have something wrong with you, you need to communicate with the coaching staff or an athletic administrator or your teammates. That way we can get it looked at and taken care of, and it doesn't get any worse than what it is. Now, those are probably the big key points that I wanted to go over today, because injuries is the biggest key, biggest risk of playing sports. So even though we didn't cover everything, I'd like you to go home and read through this. Read through it a couple times if you have to, because all this information in this packet is very important. And I would like to have everything back to me in a week in my office by the end of the school day. So at the back you'll see a signature for parents and for the student athlete. I would like both of you to sign on those spaces, so that we know that you are aware of what can happen playing sports, and that we are in the best interest for your student athlete and for you guys. Now at this time I'll be taking any questions. Thank you.